Hi, I'm Dorinda from Primordial Door Tarot, and I'm here to do a Sagittarius reading today for March 31st to April 3rd, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross, and that's Dorinda YouTube. Please spell my name right. Okay, at this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It helps me build this channel. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. All right, and I thank you for it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, for Sagittarius, please. For Sagittarius. Let me cut the deck. Okay, calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages for Sagittarius, please? Can I have some messages for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, please. What's going on with Sagittarius today, universe? Oh, one fell out. Okay, there we go. Okay, Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Discs. Okay, this is a nice earthy energy. About entrepreneurship, about starting something new. She takes a hold of resources and creates a system that grows and thrives and expands and continually brings the revenue in. She's sitting up there on the side of the mountain looking at that path she's walked, and she has created her own home up there. She's done it all. And, you know, she's probably giving some of her energy to you to get some things created in your life. You know, it has to do with material resources and wealth and money and getting your situation right. Okay? And that's a great energy, Sagittarius. That's great. Okay, Sag, your present situation, you have number 21 of the Major Arcana. You have the Universe card. All right. Well, that's the last card of the Major Arcana, signifying that some timeline is collapsing now. There's some timeline in your life that's over. It's coming to an end, and a new one's beginning. And this is the universe telling you that you can have anything you want. You just have to hold the vibration of the thing or the person or the situation you want, and you will attract it because it's an attraction-based universe. Like attracts like. Okay? So something's collapsing. Some part of your life's collapsing. A living situation, a love situation, a job. Something's over. Okay, Sag? It's over now. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords. Okay. Well, she rules communication, speaking, articulation, speaking the right words at the right time. Sometimes she speaks from the tip of that sword there and can be very sharp. She's highly intelligent, and she deals with facts, and she don't put up with no crap. And, you know, she's open. She's open to, you know, new things and that, you know. She's not a complete bitch. No, she's very smart. So, what I'm getting, this is your challenge, okay? So something's coming to an end in your life. And I think you have to take on her energy. I think this is you, Sag. If you're a man or a woman, you have to take this in charge position because something's coming to an end in your life, and you've got to be stern and you've got to be in control. Maybe you have to be a little bitchy. Whatever. That's your challenge, is you got to be strong and, you know, lay the law down. You know, something's over and something's new's beginning. And you're going to have to take her energy on. That's you. So that you set something up new in your life, a new living situation, a new job, or the way things are run or done. That's you, Sag. You're going to have to be stern. And you might have to be a little bit of a bitch, but whatever. You got to be in control, like that Queen of Swords. All right. So below, you have the Knight of Discs, Sagittarius. And this is a beautiful, beautiful earthy energy, okay? And he rides that Shire horse. I love that Shire horse. Steady, in control. Horse never spooks or runs off or does anything. He just does what he's supposed to do. And this knight carries that disc of creativity. And he's looking for his queen, and he's looking for fertility, a place to build his new business, his new home, you know, and he has an enormous capacity for work and getting things done, and like to get it done perfect, you know, okay? So we are 4 cards in, and we have a couple here. Your overall is the Queen of Discs, and so below you got the Knight of Discs. So we have a couple here. This is the down-to-earth couple. You know, they love to build new enterprises, like, you know, concerning with disc energy, wealth, resources, things like that. So the money keeps coming in, and you got a beautiful place to live. These two together, they can build anything. So that's some kind of wonderful energy you got going on here, Sagittarius. A beautiful couple. Wow. But you're going to have to be stern like the Queen of Swords too. Okay? But that's beautiful. Beautiful energy. Something's coming to an end. You have to be stern. And you got a beautiful earthy couple here. That's beautiful. In your past, which could be yesterday, could be last week, could be 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You have Jupiter and Leo, 6 of Wands victory. And that's a beautiful card, Sagittarius. Okay? You know, this is a 6 card, which is living in the middle of the tree of life, and victorious. That's a beautiful card. So you've been victorious at something in your life. You've done well, Sagittarius. Of course you have, right? Of course. And you got victory card here. So, you know, you be stern like that queen, and you're going to get, you know, victory. And that's a beautiful card. Beautiful. Okay, your future. You have major arcana. You have the Hierophant card. Okay, well, the universe is directing you now. The universe is directing you. When you got the universe card as your present situation, and this is your future, you're getting direct transmissions from above. You're getting downloads. The universe is shouting at you, not whispering in your ear. It's shouting what you should do with your situations. Okay? And you got to listen, you know, because when you got the universe card and the Hierophant right off here, universe, something's coming to an end, and the universe is letting you know what you should do. So you got to listen to your little gut instinct, okay, to do the right things, to do the right things. The universe is trying to tell you the right things to do. Okay, you got some nice cards here. Pretty good, Sagittarius. Okay, but you got to listen to your gut. Listen to what that universe is telling you. All right, your near future. You have Saturn in Libra, 3 of Swords, sorrow. Okay, well, this is the card of heartache, betrayal, backstabbing, extremely hurt. Okay, so there may be, you know, maybe this is, you know, has been going on, you know, like belittling talk, degrading talk, like living with a narcissist or working for one or something like that. You know, that's this card is, you know, the treatment, you know, the demeaning treatment and all the little comments and all that kind of stuff. Or someone breaking your heart, or, you know, backstabbed at work or at home or whatever, relatives, whatever. So I think this has been going on, Sagittarius. That's why you got that Queen of Swords there. Because you got to be the Queen of Swords. Take control of this situation. Okay? Seriously. You have to be in control. So this just doesn't continue in the future. This is your near future card. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. The cards are saying it right here. Some timeline's coming to an end here. You're going to be victorious, Sagittarius, and you got a beautiful couple here. But this kind of treatment can't continue anymore. You got to become the Queen of Swords. All right? And you got to end this. You got to end this. This can't continue anymore. Okay? Nobody needs that. Okay, Sag. Gets better, Sag. So internally, you have Jupiter and Pisces, Nine of Cups, happiness. So you're generally a happy person, Sagittarius. You are. You know, if someone isn't belittling you, you're quite happy to carry on. You got a good life. You can keep yourself busy, do creative things. You like to work. You're smart. So you're generally a happy person. This is internal. You know, if that wasn't going on, you'd be extremely happy. All right, Sagittarius, that's good. You got some good cards here. Okay, Sag, in your environment, you have the number 1 card, the Magus, otherwise known as the Magician. Well, he's a broadcaster of information. He's highly intelligent, the number 1 guy here. He can create a new life. He conjures his own life the way he wants it. So this is in your environment. So I think you have to use his type of energy to create your new environment, because that universe card is indicating timeline collapsing and something new starting in your environment. You got to get rid of that 3 of Swords stuff. Like, you know, narcissist type treatment, right? So you use his. He can do anything. This guy's so smart, right? He can create a new situation where it's more fair, equal give and take, things like that. Okay, and he can conjure up anything. So you gotta use his powers to recreate your situation. You know, and it isn't that bad. You got the victory card and everything. There's just some treatment going on here. All right? So you use the Magus, use the Queen of Swords energy. Change things around, Sagittarius, okay? Because some people are just, you know, walking all over you. And that's not like you. Not at all. So you're going to create something new. Okay, Sag. So in your hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Cups. Okay, well, this is all about love, you know, and the best kind of love, too, you know. And this is your hopes and fears. So I'm thinking that, you know, there could be some love going to come in your life eventually. We've got a beautiful couple here. So if, you know, if you're in a relationship, that's good. It could be beautiful like that, or maybe that's coming. All right? But there's some love coming. Let's just hold those up. The beautiful couple and the Queen of Cups, which is all about love. Okay? Look at that. The beautiful couple, all about love and a success. Victory card. Victory. All right, Sag. It's not all that bad. It's not. Okay? You just got to deal with that one situation. You know, if you don't have this in your life, maybe it's coming. All right? But there's definitely something about love. Maybe some's going to come into your life. All right, Sagittarius. The final card and the outcome of this reading, Sagittarius, is Jupiter and Libra, 4 of Swords, truce. Okay, well, maybe they're not, you know, you're not fighting with that person anymore. Maybe you're not talking at all. But this card signifies releasing things in your life, okay, to move forward. And I would say that's thought patterns and belief systems you got to release, okay? Because, you know, this has happened in your life or is happening, this brutal treatment by someone, you know, narcissist type person. And when you're allowing it, though, if you're allowing it, you got to release the thought patterns and the belief systems that is holding you back. Like, because it's happened, you've allowed it, it's carried on. You know, you got to get like the Queen of Swords. You got to get rid of some way you think, or maybe you think you deserve that, or you can't do anything about it. But you can. You can, Sag. You can't go on like that forever and ever with people running over you in your life. You know, whatever your situation is. You know, if people are controlling your life, you know, that's crap. Okay? So you got to become the Queen of Swords here. Lay the law down. All right? Take some heads. You might have to take some heads, you know, whatever. But you have to clean up your own vibration. You know, if you think that, you know, you're going to allow that to continue in your life, you can't. You set boundaries. It's about setting boundaries, Sagittarius. Set some boundaries, all right? That's a great reading. I'd like to conclude with Animal Spirit card. That's a good reading, Sag. You got some work to do there. Got to get strong. Get bitchy. Lay the law down. Okay, let's have a card for Sagittarius here, please. Okay, that one wants to get read right there. That one. This one right here. Hummingbird spirit. Be here now. Oh, that's right. Be here now. You know, don't be thinking about the past. Don't be worrying about the future. Right? Look at that beautiful little hummingbird. Be here now. And if this is happening in your life, you're going to have to take care of it. Okay? You have to become this and take care of this and be here now. All right? To make now, it's always now. It's always now. All right? So now has to be good. You can't let this go on. Be here now, Sag. All right. That was a great reading. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. And I'll catch you next time.